Okay. Go. And looks like I'm live, and Thomas is in the house. Good to see you, Thomas. Let's see. Actually, getting things set up here. Bear with me, buddy. I want to make sure that I don't forget to get everything set up like I usually do. There we go. And Bradley's here. Pauser Kendor says Minecraft. Yes, this is the same. I've been playing a little bit of Minecraft lately. This is the same world I've been in lately. There's this sheep that's been hanging around here enough to where I've collected some wool off of it, enough to where I've made a bed. So now I can avoid the nasties that show up at night, which is good because the last time I played this, I found out, and yes, I did escape the prison. I'll show everybody the prison that you trapped me in, you jerk, Thomas. It's funny you should say that, Aberdan. Crafting Mine's like an OG, because my name in Minecraft is OG Geek 23. If you want to friend me in Minecraft, that's my name. Let's see. So thanks to this sheep, I've managed to collect enough wool to actually make a bed, so that once the sun goes down, I can sleep and avoid the nasties. And something, I'll tell you, there's one thing that showed up that scared the crap out of me. I was just sitting here looking at the sunset, and then all of a sudden I got hit by something, and it was like a flying, I don't want to call it a bat, but it was like some kind of evil flying thing that just makes no sound and just like hits you. And so it was really creepy. So yeah, there's that. Super Blubberpuss is here. Let's see. Actually, let's see. Man, I can't read at all. Richie says, kill it. Thomas, Resolute says, Minecraft sounds about as fun as the scheduled test. Actually, I enjoy Minecraft. And Brian McFarland says, Heidi ho. That's right, yeah, phantoms. Yeah, those things, man, scared the crap out of me. They attack you if you don't sleep for a few days. Gotcha. Let's see. And let's see. Moxley says, how you been? I'm hanging in there. So, I'll tell you. So I went to the cardiologist today. Oh, that's weird. So if you right-click with the shovel, it changes the... Well, that's... Huh. Didn't know about that. Anyway... And yes, I know about Matthew snubbing you guys tonight. That's kind of that's kind of jacked up. And he better not, man. If he snubs me on Friday, we're gonna have some words. I tell you. And let's see. Aberdam says, OG original gamer. If you were born after the Atari 2600, you ain't OG. Well, I was definitely, yeah, man, I remember Pong, you know, I remember before there was such a thing as any kind of home console, but yeah, the sleep, that's what beds are for, yes, indeed. You're trapped in southern Karoga, better known as Furryland. So yeah, went to the cardiologist today. And the reason I went to the cardiologist is that among the various symptoms that I'm suffering from includes shortness of breath and general exhaustion. And the neurologist just wanted to make sure that it wasn't, that there wasn't a heart problem in all this. And now, funny story is that last week when I went to the doctor, um, I was talking to the doctor about I was seeing my primary care about this very same issue, because basically the way that it works is you see your primary care to get the referral to see the cardiologist, and the primary care then gives you the referral, blah, blah, blah. Well, I go to my primary care, and while I'm at the primary care, I'm having some minor chest pain, so that's when they're like, yeah, you definitely want to see, they had me do an EKG, but that came back normal. But they referred me to see the cardiologist, but then the chest pains got worse. I went to the hospital, but that it turned out to be my gallbladder, hence the surgery, blah, blah, blah. And so now the cardiologist, really nice guy, had a great sense of humor. Always nice to have a doctor that has a sense of humor. He was, we were talking about the whole situation. Aberjam puts a link to a Minecraft project he did. I'm not going to click on it right now because I'm, in the middle of playing. But if you guys want to check it out, go ahead. Be careful on the icebergs. They're polar bears, and they will attack if a baby is there. Well, I haven't gone out on the ice yet. I haven't done anything in the ice area yet. Right now, all I'm doing is, now that I have a bed so that I can safely work on the surface because I can sleep, I'm going to build up a decent farm and everything, and kind of build up a good surface area, set up a good farming area and mess around with that. And I'll probably just do that until I eventually get onto Thomas's world, and then I'll do something a little more permanent. But anyway, talking to the cardiologist, given that my family history, I don't have a family history of heart disease, and I don't have a personal history of heart disease. So he's not overly concerned, like my overt risk of whatever you call, cardiac pulmonary disease or whatever, is not particularly high. And so that's not really a major concern. And so given that, there's a couple of possible cardiological issues that it could be. So what we're going to do is, he's a week from, I want to say a week from tomorrow, I think it is. We're going to do a sonogram of my heart. And I'm not sure exactly. He gave me the technical terminology for what he's looking for, but which I can't remember exactly. So, but they're going to take a good look at basically at the heart there and make sure that there's no major problems there. But the good news is he's not particularly concerned over my heart health. He thinks that there's a good chance. I mean, honestly, with just all the crap that I've been through, multiple surgeries, multiple conditions that I've been dealing with, that it's possible that the shortness of breath and physical exhaustion and stuff is just a side effect of all the crap I've been going through. And so, Aberjam says Handchecker loves clubbing baby seals. What? No. Whoa, what is that? What the heck is that? It squeaks. Anybody know what that is? It's like a baby dragon. Thomas, do you know what this thing is? That's something I've definitely never seen before. It's going off into the ocean now? And there it goes. Yeah, what was that? I would really, really like to know what that was. An axle... What? John DeMarco says, looks like a failed experiment that escaped from Karoga. It kind of did. And Aberdan said, looks like something that crawled out of bird's butt. Thomas says, it's an axolotl. And Multi Gunman said, called me a cheater for some reason, and then says, how's it going? Well, gee, it'd be better if you weren't calling me a cheater. Alex says it's a rare type of amphibian. Shadow Master King says hi, and then somebody sending me a Skype message, because of course somebody's sending me a Skype message in the middle of the... And it's Thomas. Oh, it is an axolotl amphibian, also known as the Mexican walking fish. It's a form of salamander. Oh, it's a real thing. Huh. Never heard of it. Well, thank you. You can pick them up with a bucket. Well, why? I mean, it's kind of interesting looking. I see there's a zombie out there. Is that a dead fish? I guess it was a dead fish. Oh, probably killed by the zombie. Uh-oh. Not paying attention. Did you get your PC going? No, Brian. I'm still waiting. Apparently, I'm still waiting on parts. So the insurance people that are supposed to be fixing the PC, yeah. You can only, that's one thing that's really annoying about Minecraft. You got to wait for the sun to go completely down before it lets you sleep. Like, it's, very strict about bedtime, which is very, very annoying. So let's see, it's cresting over the horizon. There we go. They actually kill any fish that gets near them. Oh, that's cool. So they're kind of they're a fish killer. I suppose they could be handy. So what I'm working on is I'm basically going to build a little farm right here. That's what I'm kind of working on. But I'm just not moving very quickly because I'm just not. Left his door open so a creeper can walk in and surprise him. Well, I like surprises. Don't you like surprises? I thought everybody liked surprises. Let's see. We might as well cook this here salmon that the fish got for me. Oh yeah, I do like that the alpacas spit at you, by the way. That's kind of funny. Red Hawk's in the house saying hi. How you doing, Red Hawk? And let's see. We don't need any of that sand for right now. Alright. We're going to need all the dirt for our farm. And you said, look at all the copper you got me. Did you get me a lot of copper when you were in here? Of course, we don't know. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much you got and how much I got, but thank you. I thought you said you got some diamonds, but I didn't see any. But, I'll take your word for it that you got some diamonds. All right, so let's see. We have... We'll just start right here. I guess we don't have any shovels left. So let's make some shovels. The Trek mod for Minecraft, that would be kind of funny. But Minecraft is I actually like the game. I don't know if you can still mod the game like in the old days. It seems like since Microsoft took over, they've made it less mod friendly than in the old days, the Mojang, however you say it, days. But I don't know. I assume you can still mod the game, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's build some pickaxes because we're low on those. And that's good. Let's see. Brian says, hey, any concern about the DaVinci Resolve 7 needing newer NVIDIA cards? That would probably explain some of the problems I've had because this computer that I'm on right now has a 780 Ti in it, which at the time that I built this computer was a cutting-edge card. And, of course, by today's standards is rather quaint. And so that would probably explain some of the issues that I've had, because it does seem like it's having some card-related issues. However, I don't know. It depends on what you would consider newer, whether or not I would be concerned over it. Because the system that I'm waiting for the replacement parts on, as far as the system that I'm waiting for that's currently with the idiots over at the insurance people, that one had a RTX 2080. So, while that's not a cutting edge card by today's standard, it is, I would say, a newer card. So, but I don't know if that is new enough to take care of that problem. There. But I hadn't heard about that. What's your favorite episode of SG1? Mine's one with Ergo, Dom DeLuise. I don't know. Whenever somebody asks a question like that, I always have a tough time with it. Because SG1, it's a fun show, but it's not it's not Trek to me. So while I enjoy SG1 immensely, I don't love it at the same level as I do Star Trek. So I don't there's that episode where, like Balance of Terror or some other episode that's just like, gives me goosebumps when I think about it. So I don't really have one that jumps out at me like that. Thomas says, the axe I had can't mine diamonds, so I left the blocks down there. Oh, okay. Andrew, it seems like Resolve quit requiring newer and newer hardware. Well, I don't know about I mean, because like I said, as far as requiring just to run, because I don't know about that, because 17 runs fine on this system for the most part. I've had some weird buggy issues once in a while, but that's to be expected with each new version. Always has its new bugs, but I don't know. That's why I'm a little confused now. Let's see. In the world of computers, it's amazing how quickly cutting edge becomes redundant. Well, that's the world of computers, though. That's the way it works, man. I'm not a fan of it, but that is the way. Because otherwise, the problem is if that wasn't the case, then things wouldn't continue to improve. And Arabic throws a buck in just because. Thank you so much, Arabic. I truly, truly appreciate it, my friend. Can you make catapults? If you can, I don't know how. Thomas might be able to answer that better than I can. The game has changed so much. I genuinely couldn't tell you. But I know that, there's about 8 million mods out there, so I'm sure that there's a mod where you can, assuming that you can still mod the game. But I would imagine that you probably can, but I don't know how. Right now, I'm just playing basic vanilla survival mode. And I'm perfectly fine just trying to, build up my basic weapons and armor and stuff like that without worrying about making catapults. Let's see. It's not so much the pace of the technology, more the cost of keeping up. Well, yeah, there's that. But if you want to, because the thing is that, like, you can still play, if you have a 780 Ti, you can still play games that are coming out today. You might not be able to play on the highest graphics settings, but you can still play them just fine. So it's not like you have to have, whatever the latest NVIDIA card is, which is good considering, now you can't even get them. So I don't know. I think that if you want to have, like, if someone is a professional game streamer, someone who's on Twitch and has 70,000 followers or something, sure, to them, it's absolutely worth the money to spend thousands of dollars for the latest game card the minute they come out. But for Joe Schmo, if you're an average person, you don't have to have the latest card, honestly. Are you getting so much of a benefit from having the latest card that it's worth spending, the thousands of dollars every 6 months to get the latest NVIDIA card? Probably not. And let's see, where was I? Radley says, you haven't even scratched the surface of the new stuff they added yet. Oh, I'm sure, because Minecraft, gosh, there's years and years and years of updates that I haven't seen. Oh, look, a cow. Oops. Oh, come on. You can move a single block of water and turn a pretty big square around it into a farm. What do you call a man with a shovel? Doug. And let's see. Vector says, I work in IT, and because of that, I wouldn't stomach PC gaming when I came home. Too much work. I'm now a console gamer, and I love it. What do you call a man with no shovel? Douglas. That's really bad. Thomas says, show them near jail. All right, I'll show them where you put me in jail. So what happened was I was messing around in Minecraft earlier today, and then Mrs. Anti-Tracker said, hey, it's time to go. And I was like, oh, crap, okay. So I just got up and left without thinking about the fact that I should have left the game. So I didn't leave the game, and I forgot that I invited Thomas into the game. So Thomas came in, and he dug around me and left me down in there. So I had to dig this hole to get out, and then he left me this lovely little sign that said Thomas was here. Now, when you dug down to get diamonds, I have no idea where you dug down, though. See, was it maybe here? Nope. Yeah, I have no idea where you dug down. So I have no idea where you dug down. All the way back. You mean back where you had me trapped? Oops. Like back here? Nothing here. Over the wood walkway. Okay. Oh, wait, you mean... over here. So this was like the first area I went. Aha. Yeah, this is new. Yeah, Daniel, we talked about the Hugh Jackman post yesterday on the Not Matthews virtual pup. Well, there's some iron. Okay, I'm gonna get lost down here. I'm gonna be careful. I don't want to. Oh, geez. See. You did this on purpose. Now I'm gonna get totally lost. Ah, you jerk. All right. Let's see. Which way? Oh, crap. Ugh. Oh, I hate you, Thomas. Whew. I'm not trusting you anymore, Thomas. You were trying to trick me. You were trying to trick me. You almost got me, buddy. You almost got me. I don't know if he's going to come back or not, Daniels. If he does, I hope it's only for one movie. That's my, I would like to see him fight the Hulk, but that's it. That's all I want. Because honestly, the problem is that A, he's too old. B, he's too good looking. He should not be playing the Wolverine. He ain't frickin' Logan. I don't care what anybody says. He ain't Logan. All right, where was this? There we go. You dump the sand, you don't need it. Well, you can always use the sand for, something, I'm sure. What if I want to make a giant glass dome? Can't believe you tricked me like that, Thomas. That was just so mean of you. Exactly. We need it for glass. Lots and lots of glass. Oops. See, I don't want them for Avengers 5. I don't, Wolverine versus Hulk, fine. I would take it for even like a Deadpool movie, but not an Avengers movie. We do not want that. Trust me, Daniel, you don't want that. Because then everybody's going to want to see him in X-Men, and then they're going to want, well, how many times you're not going to be able to have him play Wolverine for the next 10 years. He can't do it. He just physically can't do it. The man is 52 years old. 3 movies, that's 10 years of work. 10 years from now, he'll be 62. You gotta be real, man. You gotta be real. I'm sorry, but look, I understand you like him more than I do, but 62. Oh, here you go. This is for you, Cinnabon. There you go. So what do you get? You get leather. So you get leather for killing the llamas. Besides, you're assuming that there's even going to be another Avengers movie. I'm not convinced that there's even... I think the Avengers are done. Brian says, I thought Marvel was going completely woke. I'm not buying into that crap either. Tom Cruise is still jumping buildings at 60. I'm sure Hugh will manage. Yeah, but you know what? Tom Cruise doesn't look good doing it. So sorry. I love Tom Cruise. He's a hardworking man, and I'm not saying that like he looks like like when you look at him in the trailer for Maverick. I'm sorry, he's showing his age. I respect him for what he's doing. But come on, let's not sit here and pretend he looks like he's 30 playing Maverick. So, and I'm sorry, but Sarah having a child under the divine influence of God himself in the Bible is not the same as Hugh Jackman. I mean, I don't think God himself is trying to get Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine. All right. So if God himself comes down and lights a burning bush and wants Hugh Jackman to continue to play Wolverine for all eternity, then he'll play Wolverine for all eternity. But short of that, ain't gonna happen. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't want that. He's not freaking Wolverine. That's what you don't understand. And I know you love him. I know you love him, Daniel. But he's what I don't think you understand, or what you refuse to acknowledge about what I'm saying, is he's not Wolverine. Not by a long shot. He's nothing like Wolverine. There is nothing that Hugh Jackman is that is anything like Wolverine from the comic books. And that just irritates me. Harrison Ford. He's supposed to be. He's not supposed to look like 30-year-old Maverick, regardless of what he's doing. Well, no, I understand that, but I'm just saying that. But Wolverine is supposed to look like he's at his prime. Wolverine is supposed to always look like he's at his prime. That's one of the points. That is part of his character. Wolverine doesn't age. And so I understand, that don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, I have nothing but respect for Tom Cruise and what he does and all that. And he's very athletic. And yeah, for him to be a 60-year-old doing what he's doing, it's incredible. He's an incredible athlete, and especially for a man his age. And same is true of Hugh Jackman. I mean, and I said that last night. Hugh Jackman, being 52 years old and looking as good as he does, I got nothing but respect for the man. But doesn't change the fact that, he's playing a character that doesn't age. And sorry, Thomas, didn't mean to skip you. Thomas said, liked him as Wolverine, but his time is over. I agree. Harrison Ford is almost 80, and Lucasfilm dragged him out to play Indy again. Well, I disagree with that, too. And I think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is absolute proof that Harrison Ford should have been put out to pasture a long time ago. I'm sorry. Harrison Ford, and there are some actors, Harrison Ford and Patrick Stewart are sadly of the same ilk here, where the actors themselves are too old. They should not be working at all anymore. They are not only just showing their age to be playing those particular roles, they're showing such incredible age that they look like they're losing their mental faculties. And I'm not saying they actually are. I'm saying they appear to be when they're on camera and trying to do this stuff. So I think that they should not be. They should not be on screen at all. As long as Hugh can do the physical stuff, Marvel can de-age him. They have the technology. Why add the money to the production? No, and besides, he's still not freaking Wolverine. Wolverine is not freaking 6'2" and a freaking underwear model. All right, that's not Wolverine. Honestly, Wolverine should be about a foot shorter than Hugh Jackman and butt ugly. Harrison Ford just broke his arm doing the new Indians. He broke his ankle in Star Wars 7. Well, and you know what? I'm sorry. He was horrible in Star Wars 7. I mean, The Force Awakens, he was absolutely horrible. I'm Han Solo. Chewie, chew my food for me. We're on the Falcon, I think. Right? This is the Falcon. I'm sorry. It was sad. It wasn't exciting to see Han Solo back. It was pathetic. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see my hero. That's why, I know like people say, oh, we need to get William Shatner back as Captain Kirk. Why? You know what? William Shatner is freaking 90. Let him retire. I mean, yeah, he's a very spry 90, but come on. If he wants to do the occasional Comic-Con, great. But do we really need to trudge his corpse out in order to get another Star Trek film out of him? No. Let him have a little bit of peace and quiet in his senior age. I love Captain Kirk. He is I got to meet William Shatner about 6 years ago, and it was the one and only time that I truly got starstruck meeting a celebrity. And, I will never forget that moment, and I was very, very excited to meet him. But I would never, ever say, oh, we've got to bring back William Shatner as Captain Kirk, because, you know what? We don't need to just continue to force them to come out of retirement one more time. Let's see. Average says, you just want all your superheroes to look like hobbits so that you can relate to them. No. It would help, but no. There we go. Yeah, it's probably that piece there. And let's see, Professor Brainspec saying, "Wow, what? I'm sorry. You think we should force our heroes to continue to play the parts until they're freaking dead?" I don't trust that polar bear there. I can't tell. Okay, it's not nighttime. Hard to tell when it's raining. Hi, Mr. Bear. Let's see. Traeger loved Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He loved it so much that he thinks it should have ended there. Yeah. No, I think it should have ended before that. Brian says, Hollywood wanted to make a movie about your life. What actor would you like to play you in the movie? I don't know. Amber Jones says, I met Commander Ivan in person. I was definitely a little starstruck. Okay. Honestly, like I said, for me, William Shatner was the only actor I was ever starstruck meeting. And I've met a few, including the lovely Marina Sirtis, before I hated her. I don't hate her. Maybe a little. Anyway, let's see. Josh says, for the show, if Shatner comes back as Kirk, the adventures of Admiral Kirk and the voyages from the retirement home. Or he's supposed to look like Danny DeVito in his mid to early 30s. Well, I could see, honestly, it was, oh gosh, I always forget the guy's name. There was a guy that was cast, and I always forget the guy's name. It would have been perfect. Oh man, but little totally British guy, or maybe was British or Australian, but he would have been perfect. But yeah, everybody thinks Wolverine. I mean, because the thing about Hugh Jackman is that he's a pretty boy, and they just made him look a little grizzled. and that's not Wolverine. You know, he, and I don't know why, you know, I don't know. People just think that that's what Wolverine's supposed to be now. Let's see. Let's see. No, over your grossly inaccurate impersonation of Harrison Ford, Han Solo in this. I'm sorry, but you know what? I did not care for. You know what? The last time I actually liked Harrison Ford in a movie was probably Cowboys and Aliens. And he was playing grizzled in that role, but he was supposed to be grizzled in that role. But seeing Han Solo going, that's not how the Force works, I didn't care for that. I didn't, you know, Han Solo is supposed to me, is not grizzled. And so I just didn't care for the old and grizzled Han Solo. And to me, it wasn't, oh, look, here's the mature Han Solo. To me, it was, oh, here's Han Solo character assassination. You know, here's cash grab Han Solo. That's what it felt like to me. And Bird of Prey 5 is in the house saying, oi. Speaking of cash grabs. Professor Braining Specs, let's see. Oh, hey, Ed Trigger, do you think Babylon 5 reboot would be successful? Would it be successful? Probably not. Because honestly, and here's the cold, hard reality of it, there aren't that many Babylon 5 fans. And sorry to put it that way, but it's the honest truth. Not that there aren't any Babylon 5 fans. It's just that, I mean, you would have to, if you made it really, really good, maybe. But it would have, excuse me, felt a sneeze, but then it kind of disappeared. Don't you hate that? But the problem is that I think that it's not going to be successful on name recognition. So I don't think that that's that's going to do it. I think that if you would have to make it just really, really good, like for example, the Battlestar Galactica reboot was not successful based on the name recognition of Battlestar Galactica. It was successful because it was really, really good. And so, same thing with Babylon 5. Babylon 5 would be successful not because of the legions of loyal Babylon 5 fanatics. It would have to be successful because of brilliant writing and just a complete retooling of it. Now, the problem is, and this is where you run into a major issue, is that the Babylon 5 fans that are out there are such hardcore that would they be willing to allow the series to be reimagined and go along with it? I mean, and because keep in mind, Battlestar Galactica is reimagined from top to bottom, right? The core concept of the base plot was the only thing they left alone, and even that, only the very core elements, namely the genocidal event and the fact that they were trying to find their way to Earth. Pretty much everything else was changed, even what the Cylons were, because in the original, the Cylons were an alien reptilian race, and they made robots to serve them, and the robots eventually rebelled against them, and now the robots were all that were left. And so, and in this version, of course, the Cylons were made by man. So Everything was changed. So if you were, most of the fans of Babylon 5 I think would object to changing the core story that much. I don't know, but that would be my, because I liked Babylon 5, but I'm not a hardcore Babylon 5 fanatic, so I don't know. I don't know if the fans would be on board for it. But the problem is I don't know if you could convince them. And Thomas says, I'm ignoring his warning. I didn't catch your warning, Thomas. I'm sorry. I'm just trying. I'm struggling. Polar bear. Oh, well, they're chase you if there's a cup. I did see that. I'm sorry, I didn't read it out loud. I'm hit or miss with the chat tonight. Not till they're dead. Just one more time. Yeah, just one more time. But what, you say that, and then you know what? If they're still alive after that, you'll say just one more time again. Never understood why Troy was in that show except for the tight outfits. Well, that's pretty much, you answered your own question. Andrew, already read that. All right, let's see. Or two. Bob Hoskins, yes, Malfeast, that was it. Let's see. All he said was, I can tell you're a true fan. What about Ozzy O'Prey? What is an Ozzy O'Prey? Well, Ozzy O'Prey would make actually a good Wolverine if he could just, physically do the part. They brought back Jonathan Frakes and Picard and Marina Sirtis. That's true. And, honestly, I would rather see a Jonathan Frakes show than a Picard show, because Picard is too dang old to play the part. Jonathan Frakes isn't. Jonathan Frakes, I don't know how old he is, but at least physically he doesn't appear too old to play Riker. Marina Sirtis, honestly, yeah, you could. But yeah, Dreamers Out There says, good point for me. BSG 2003 is the only BSG. Kareth Race, my favorite character. I can't watch the original. Foley there, he'd have words with me for saying such things. Well, I actually really like both. I like the original, but I would dare say, and I know this is sacrilege to say to some, but they genuinely improved on the formula. I think that Ronald D. Moore he didn't approach it from the idea that I want to ruin this franchise, but he basically said, well, I want to take what was great about this franchise, but what can I do with it to make it even better? But he basically he walked in there with the idea that this isn't there are no sacred cows, and that was a tough thing for a lot of people to swallow, to be honest with you, because if you're going to truly do that, then that means that you're going to offend some people. But in the case of the BSG remake, man, you ended up making a great show.